On today's show, a boatload of fun on a houseboat. We discover life on the lakes in Voyageurs National Park.
Oh, it's a tank.
Well, let's fish.
Also meet a Great Lakes captain who discovered a unique gadget to help him catch more fish on camera. And we go back in time as Ron Shera talks about the comeback of wood ducks.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Welcome to today's episode. Laura, Millie, and I are happy to have you along for the adventure.
Up first, we head on a special trip up north to visit Voyageur Lodge and Houseboats.
Yeah, it's one of the gateways to Voyageurs National Park, and it was a chance for us to vacation on the fanciest boat around.
It's kind of a special place.
Crane Lake, the kind of tiny Northwoods town you have to try and find. A dead end where adventure begins.
We are at the end of the road. People that are up here, they're up here for a reason.
Guests speak of boatloads of fun. Voyageur offers it by the houseload too.
This is what I would consider an up north Disney vacation for people. It's a lot of work, but it's rewarding. Come on aboard.
Craig Bell leads Voyageur's dock operation. Cleaning, refueling, and sending houseboats into Voyageur National Park.
Basically, we've got Crane Lake, Sand Point.
This boat, a luxury vessel 60 feet long.
You feel like you're in a resort.
The couch turns into a bed.
You know, I've never stayed on a houseboat before like this.
You've got cooling,
It's a house on water.
and it's at 102 degrees.
I'm guessing like Ricky Schroeder and Silver Spoons had a houseboat like this back in the day.
These are all houseboat sites, the black dots.
Craig points us to a few park highlights and we cast off.
See you guys.
Headed for Voyageur National Park's 218,000 acres of lakes, woods, and islands. We're underway. We sneak out through Crane Lake's tricky gap and lumber into the park's wide expanse.
I've never driven anything that big. No, I think the houseboat around 60 feet. It's easy to control, but it's definitely a big boat.
%40 of the park consists of water, much of the rest boreal forest. We're gonna move in and try to find a special spot to set up camp. It's back here somewhere. By the way, how do you like the hat?
You gotta come around, it's over.
And all the way back in this corner.
It's in there.
Designated houseboat sites hide throughout the park. First cast off the boat, big bite. Yes.
What? That's right, that's right. I don't want to touch that.
One cast. The fishing can wait. First, we shore up and tie up the houseboat. Then we prep to walk the plank.
Yep.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
You hear just nothing, because there's nothing to hear. Absolutely zero.
The peace and quiet of the North Woods. No sound.
Boom! Nice walleye!
Until this happens.
Here we go. Doubles! Oh, oh, oh. Big fish? Oh! Yes! Oh, din. Jonas, we're gonna have a fish fry.
Walleyes for me, I seem to catch like one every time I go out. I just caught one, and that's all I needed. Only one, that's all, that's it.
We want more.
stay on.
Netty. Netty.
Oh. Cue the music.
Oh, it's a tank. Look how dark that thing is.
It's an absolute monster.
And to think, heads have not even hit the pillows yet.
That is a beautiful fish.
Tonight, we sleep. Tomorrow comes adventure.
Here's a good one.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Star Bank, White Bear Lake Superstore, and by Your Boat Club.
Voyageur houseboats are oh so fun, but the national park offers an adventure for those who really want to get off the grid.
Houseboats do not come a dime a dozen, but this experience,
Look at this.
worth $1 million after a good night of rest and fresh breakfast on the table.
Good couple days.
Today, our national park adventure leads us to a not-so-secret park secret.
Wow.
They make this a destination.
This is a brand
This is an
new dock.
incredible dock.
We dock the boat so we can hike to another. Geez, I hope Brian has enough fishing rods.
Look at this moose go. Are you kidding me right now?
So we carried the motor and all of our gear.
Makuta Lake hides on the other end of a short portage.
Look at this.
We are one of, I believe, 6 resorts that have a grandfathered boat that it remains over there.
We're in. Just strap on a motor and go.
It's always pretty cool when you can portage into a body of water.
It's a nice little lake to do some fishing.
There we go, fish on.
A Minnesota gem where fishing means catching.
First cast of the day.
Ooh. Look at that. Ooh. Fish on. Look at you. See?
That's a little size. That's a little size. What are we now? 4 for 6?
Where else do anglers fish with an audience? In crystal clear water.
I can see 6 fish below me.
Makuta, the kind of place that makes men sentimental.
How pretty is that clear water? Today was a little bit different. Here's a good one. Did a portage to a small lake that's known for its bass population.
There's one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah?
Dude, double. Double. Let's go, boys. Double. Dude, we're all getting largies here.
Throw your bait down there, boom, you get it.
Nope. Down, cue the music. Eat tap water during the middle of the day, Jonas. Yep, we're going to Dublin.
You got another one, Bill?
Yeah. Jonas,
Yo, buddy.
I'm starting to like this park.
Yeah, totally sick, dude. Nice.
Every Cat's Cove, that's what we're calling this.
You got another one?
Yeah, I do. Because they said they got 22 in an hour and a half, and we had 24 in just under 1 hour.
More than them, that's all that matters.
Oh, dinner tonight matters too.
Bill's gonna make us a shore lunch tonight. We're gonna dive in and have a great meal and, you know, continue to tell the stories.
They're perfect.
It's the surrounding geography that makes it super special. The trees and how steep the rock walls are, and just the overall beautifulness of the surrounding area is great.
Amazing the memories you can make on a boat. Well, one with the water slide.
We call it the great disconnect, reconnect trip. Disconnect from reality, cell phones and everything else, and then reconnect with family and friends.
The wood duck's habitat was
Still ahead, a timeless story as Ron Shera shares his love of wood ducks. But first, a Lake Superior fishing captain tests all the tricks to try and catch more fish in a very different way.
Closed captioning provided by Radco Truck Accessories.
Every guide wants that one lure that'll help clients catch more fish. But one Duluth charter captain found a gadget that completely changed the way they catch fish.
Even if it didn't have a probe, I broke one up.
Duluth's daily dock starts well before sunrise.
Right channel, like where the fish are. Oh.
Even so, a good fishing guide never gives away his secrets.
I'm wired. I've got a mic. This is being recorded, so.
Captain Peter Dahl makes sure of that.
I think the fish should be closer in.
Peter and fellow family members own the Hookers.
Happy Hooker, a Hooker 2, and Hooker 4.
Happy Hooker is a charter company dedicated to making fishermen happy hookers.
Every morning,
Hey, go to 11.
4 happy hookers hit Lake Superior.
Well, let's fish.
A Lake Superior legacy started more than 30 years ago by Peter's dad and his uncle. We'd come for the captain. See, it seems his fishing routine became anything but routine.
I always get a smile the first time we do that.
See what I mean?
Peter, he's like one of the best on the lake. Yep, for sure.
All right, nice job.
I don't feel bad when I catch less fish than him.
I guess his voodoo works.
Chunks out of the box.
But here's the thing.
That's my girl.
Guests take so many fish pictures. Captain Dahl figured it might be time for a new hobby.
It's a water wolf camera.
Or at least a new view.
See if we can get a fish on it. I've kind of had a wish or a dream to see what was going on underwater.
So he tied on a lure and also tied on an underwater camera. And suddenly saw this.
The coho was hooked and I was hooked. And I've been running the cameras ever since.
Captain Dahl now tries to catch not just fish, but video in a watery world we rarely ever see.
What really surprised me was how much they follow the bait, sometimes without hitting it.
Over the years, we've got some really good footage.
But the first mate still cares more about the fishing part.
I just wish we'd catch a fish on that line, that's all.
Yeah.
Maybe I can talk him into changing the lure or something.
Don't count on it. As long as fish come to the camera for a Great Lakes cameo, this captain will keep clicking videos.
Well, I like to think that it improves my fishing, but it's hard to measure that.
It's unbelievable watching the fish come up.
No doubt pictures and video tell the story.
comes home and edits it, and then, yeah, there's some really cool shots. That's cool. It's really cool.
Still ahead, a Minnesota-bound classic in honor of the Ducks.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Lakes Area Power Sports. Visit Brainerd. And by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Ron Shera's love of ducks has always been a thing.
Especially wood ducks, which takes us back to the year 2003.
This nifty duck, well, we almost lost it a half-century ago. The wood duck's habitat was going away and overhunting almost eliminated the bird. Back at the turn of the century, America was growing fast, and as it expanded, most of the duck's natural nesting trees were being cut down. The result, the wood duck was on the brink of extinction.
People were right at the point where they were ready to declare it an endangered species, except at that time there wasn't even an endangered species program. They were just watching the duck go away. People didn't realize what kind of habitat was needed to preserve it. And finally, with the support of sportsmen's clubs and private individuals who started putting out nest boxes, they saw slowly a response.
And so the woody comeback began. Hunting and conservation groups rallied to create artificial nesting sites. You know them as wood duck houses. Today in Minnesota, the tradition continues. In fact, a world record once was set for the number of wood duck houses built in a single day at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Hey, way to go, kids! Now you too can help wood ducks, one house at a time, one nest at a time. That's what Birdman Tom Cosgrove is all about.
We can make these wooden boxes and put them up, and we can get more wood ducks now in Minnesota than there's ever been.
A weekend at the Birdman's Garage is about sharing the simple fun of building a wood duck house with the next generation of waterfowlers.
Well, this is a great resource. This book is Woodworking for Wildlife. It's put out by the Minnesota DNR. And I tell you, it's a great resource for any handyman that wants to make a difference in wildlife. There you go. Oh, perfect. That is excellent. Now, the hole size is the most critical part of this wood duck box, because you want to make it big enough for the ducks to go in and out, but you don't want to make it too big so the predators can get in, like raccoons and cats.
You can always go shopping with your friends or go to a movie. I mean, it's really exciting for me, and it's kind of a thrill to know that I can build something.
People have made a huge difference, and I don't think we would have seen the recovery of the wood duck if it hadn't been for that private involvement.
The lesson here is relationships between us and nature. Sometimes we can help in a meaningful way. The proof is in one of the most beautiful creatures in the world, the wood duck, now thriving in your own backyard.
We have a bunch of old wood duck houses hanging out in the office. I love those things.
They're almost like collector's items.
Absolutely.
Well, that about does it for us. We hope to see you back here next week.
In the meantime, Millie, what do we always say? Introduce a kid to the great outdoors. Let's go.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.